Hello, good afternoon. You have tuned into Your Stocks on CNBC-TV18 and I'm Vinny Motiwala. Let's look at the market quickly and what is happening on that front, because we saw market recover from the day's lowest point, but again went back in the red as of now. Nifty is down 0.2% in trade. 23,487 is what the Nifty is holding on to. Mid and small cap, that seems like is managing to hold on to some bit of a green as of now is what we're looking at. Nifty Bank also is trading in the green with gains of 0.4%. Mid cap 0.4% of gains there, while small cap also back in the green again, 0.3% of gain that we're seeing coming in for the broader market specifically coming in. So now the last hour of trading session is something that we'll be keeping an eye out on and where the Nifty is headed, but recovered from the day's lowest point. But this is a show where we will be solving all your stock-related queries, and to solve those queries, we'll have Ashish Kyal joining with us from Wave Strategies Advisors, and Astha Jain of HEM Securities also joining in with us to answer all those queries. Very good afternoon, Astha, as well as Ashish, for joining in with us on the show. And, let me start with the first query for today. We have Rajiv Jain, who's writing to us from Patna. He's holding 40 shares of LIC at a price of 600 rupees per share. Wants to know if they should continue to hold this or book the profits, some profits, part profit, full profit out of the table. Astha, let me take it to you first.
Hi, good afternoon to all of you. Talking about this counter, I would recommend to book partial profit on this counter because what we are seeing, the markets are not in the good shape right now. And although we are seeing today stock prices to be on the flattish note, but on the longer term basis, we are still awaiting the strong numbers from this counter. So talking about the LIC in particular, although they hold the largest AUM, but still the margins are not falling in line with our expectation. So my idea here is to book partial profit and remain invested in the partial quantity for the longer term perspective.
Okay, book partial profits from LIC. That's the word from Astha. But Ashish, what's your word on LIC? Would you concur with Astha?
See, LIC has shown a very sharp decline from the highs. If you look at the stock made high of around 1200 levels in the month of August, and we are currently trading at around 909. I would suggest that currently the stock is at a very important juncture. The support which was made on the election day from where the stock bounced back is at the low of 880. So maintain a stop loss of 880. If any pullback has to happen, it has to be from here. And if 880 breaks, it's better to be out from the stock. So 880 is the stop loss. On the upside, we can expect the stock to move towards the level of 975 or 980, where some partial profit booking can be done.
Okay. That's the view on LIC. Let's move on to the next query for today. We have Rajesh Bajaj, who's writing to us from Indore. He's holding 80 shares of Nykaa at a price of 150 rupees per share. Currently, Nykaa is trading at 168 rupees, so they're making some bit of a profit here. But for the long term, what is the growth story for Nykaa and his investment? Should he continue to keep this? Astha, what's your view on Nykaa?
So from the longer term perspective, I think one can have this stock in their portfolio. But here, as I have said in the earlier query also, markets are not in the good shape. So that is the major concern. And now talking about this particular counter, although the company's product mix is now improving. In fact, they are introducing various new plans, also various new segments. But all these will yet to show the strong numbers in the future ahead. And as we all know, right now the markets are volatile, so maybe some more downfall can be seen with the markets. So here my idea again is if some profit booking can be done, then it is a better choice. So book some profits definitely at this juncture and remain invested in the partial quantity. This is also I'm suggesting for Nykaa at present moment of time.
Absolutely, given that the market situation currently, what we're looking at is very subdued and dull, at least is what we're looking at. But Ashish, what's your view on Nykaa? Because when you look at it just in terms of a stock move also in the last 1 year, has pretty much not done anything. And actually, we've just seen that continuous decline coming in since 2021 at 400 at one point of time and now today 168. What is it looking like on the charts?
Yes, I completely agree with the view. I think I concur that it's better to be out of this stock. We can see there was some pullback which we saw in the month of August, September, but post that again the decline has started. So looks like the fresh leg on the downside is ongoing. It's better to be out from a stock like Nykaa right now. Book profit and be out of the stock. Rather invest into the large cap names, something like a TCS or BL looks to be much more better than Nykaa at this point of time.
Okay. Let's move on to the next query for today. We have Shweta Jain, who's writing to us from Bihar. She's holding 100 shares of PNB at a price of rupees 70 per share. Currently, stock is trading at 101, so they're making a profit over there. And wants to know what is the outlook for the stock going forward. Astha?
So outlook for PNB is positive from our side. Although what we are seeing right now across the board that PSU banks are delivering, we are seeing that, the bottom lines are not showing that much of a strength. Maybe the higher provisions which these banks are doing can be one of the reasons. But going ahead, I think maybe not in the coming 3 months, maybe in the 6 months or 9 months down the line, we can start seeing some sort of improvement in their NIMs as well. So I think it is a good long-term story to bat upon, and that's why we are positive on this counter. Recommending a hold on this counter with the initial price target which we are setting for this counter is somewhere at around 112 to 115 odd levels.
Okay, so you're expecting some improvement in terms of numbers also coming in from PNB going forward and the NIMs. But hold is the recommendation coming in from Astha on PNB. Ashish, what is your view on PNB? Last 6 months, we've seen a correction also coming in for the stock. So, would you say someone should look to average or just continue to hold it?
No, I would say it's better to hold it because we have seen a constant decline, lower high, lower low formation. There is absolutely no respite as of now. So I would recommend to continue to hold, do not average now. Let us see if the stock can manage to break back about that 108 levels, which was made a week back. If 108 is taken out, then we can see some kind of a smart recovery on the upside towards 120 or 125 levels. At this level, continue to hold the stock. Maintain a stop loss of around 94 on the downside, and 108 if taken out, then start averaging out the stock.
Okay, keep an eye on those levels over there for PNB. Let's move on for the next query for today. We have Rahul Saxena, who's writing to us from Pune. Holding 80 shares of ONGC at a price of 80 rupees per share. Wants to know if he should book his profits out now or maybe continue to hold it. As of now, stock trading at 250 rupees per share. Astha, how is the fundamentals looking for ONGC? Is it an attractive bet to continue to hold for the long term or maybe just book out profits now?
So talking about ONGC, I think it's better to book some profits. And right now, thankfully, all the viewers, in all the queries, they have mentioned their cost price is below the current market price. So that is some sort of giving us a breather also, because the kind of market situation we are seeing right now, it's a highly volatile. Now, talking about this counter, definitely the operations will already get started from the KG basin. And I think that will really help in ramping up the production going ahead. So in the longer term, these all stocks are looking to be very good bet. But what happens in the shorter duration is that we are seeing, tempering of the stock prices. So again, idea here is if the view is just a long term where the time horizon can be above 6 to 9 months period, then remain invested. Otherwise, book some profits also. Because again, I'm repeating, markets are not in a very good shape. So I think it's better to take out some profit and one can again enter into the stock at the lower prices.
Okay, and Ashish, your view on ONGC?
ONGC has constantly declined after touching the high of 340 levels, and we can clearly see it's now trading at 250. There has been a lot of sell-off that we have already seen, but there is some slowdown in momentum is what we can make out. The good part is the buy price, I think, is around 80, which is decent enough. I would recommend book partial profit at the current levels. And then for the remaining positions, maintain a stop loss of around 238 levels because 238 is below the pivot and what we saw as the low which was formed in the month of June. So 238 can be an important support level for the stock. Maintain that as a stop loss and book partial profits at current levels.
Okay, Ashish, thank you so much for that view there. But that was the last query for today. So Astha as well as Ashish, thank you so much for joining in with us and solving all our viewers' stock-related queries. But on that note, it's a goodbye from myself as well as the team who put this show together. A small programming note as we bid you all goodbye. The 11th SBI Banking and Economic Conclave will get underway this afternoon. Catch Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman addressing the gathering at 2:45 p.m. today. Other guests of honor include Finance Secretary M. Nagaraju, Revenue Secretary Sanjay Malhotra, Chief Economic Advisor Anant Nageshwaran, RDAI's Debashish Panda, and ex-SEBI Chairman, who we have them M. Damodaran. So catch them all on an exclusive conversation at the event only on CNBC TV18. And for an exclusive conversation with CLS's Alexandra Redman and Shauman Cochran, Head of Research from the sidelines of the 27th CITIC CLSA India Forum.